going on, y'all? We ain't really talk. We ain't posting like 2 weeks or so. So I think it's gonna come out Friday. Because we're recording on Thursday, right after day one of the draft. But it wasn't really too much to talk about. So it's like we ain't really want to force episode for me. This podcast, we want to make sure like we talking about some decent topics. We not just giving y'all any kind of BS. You feel me?
We got too much to talk about.
Right, now we gotta catch up now because as we know, since our last episode, was a finals prediction. Not even finals prediction. It was when the Celtics was up 2-0. They closed the deal in 5.
Tell me what they're gonna talk about it.
Blah blah blah. It's been 2 weeks. It's really nothing like.
I called Celtics in 5 though, right? Y'all remember first video? I called Celtics in 5, and little bro was yapping about who the man's losing. Kyrie.
Listen.
Where's Kyrie, bro? I'm gonna keep asking. Where the fuck did Kyrie go? Where'd Kyrie go?
It's done and over with.
Celtics in 5, man.
Celtics in 5. And they got a decent team coming in next year. They're gonna be competing, but one team they're gonna have to compete with. One team they're gonna have to. It's gonna give them a nice, decent run for their money. All health is a team that just recently traded 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges.
Villanova boys.
That
trade was fire. Like I like that little squad. The defense with OG coming back. By the way, they paid OG a lot of fucking money.
I think that's too. I personally believe that's way too.
I think they overpaid OG, and I think they overpaid for Mikal. But it don't change the fact that the Knicks are going to be scary next year, especially on defense, bro. And matching up against teams like the Celtics, they need wings like OG and Mikal to be there. I think those are the perfect wings for guys like Tatum.
Yes,
so I think with Brunson there and Randall coming back, the Knicks are scary, man.
I think that's kind of what you overpay for, just for the security to make sure. I don't know any other team that was going to be offering OG Anunoby $42 million a year for a player that's never made an All-Star game and is never going to make an All-Star game. $42 million a year is, for me, a little crazy. But you look at your team now, you got 2 defensive wings who can both get a bucket on their own, who could both be spot-up shooters. You have your Dante DiVincenzo, your Josh Hart, those guards that can also guard wings, who can grab boards, who can do all the dirty things. And then you have your star. You got Jalen Brunson, who's going to be your bucket, your scorer, who's going to do everything you need to do. But with this team now, with the Mikal, with the OG coming back, a little less stress on him. These are the players he didn't have in the playoffs last year. Still got Julius Randle, who I feel as though
he gets a lot of hate, but he's a bucket.
He's a really great player.
Questionable shot. He's a bucket. You can't deny the fact that he's a bucket. He's still going to be the second leading shot taker.
He is. But with the money being spent and the trades being made, I feel as though Julius Randle might be the odd man out. Not saying he's not a good player. Not saying that he disrupts their entire team. Obviously, it's going to feel weird when the starting 4 all been playing since college and you're just there. But like Julius Randle, as we know, has grown. Well, we're Laker fans. We seen Julius Randle since day one.
He was a dog.
Kobe
used to love him.
We seen him since day one, so we understand the kind of player he is, the kind of player he grew to be. But it just feels as though this team has an identity and has grown an identity, and unfortunately, it all happened right after the Julius Randle injury. And like I said, he might be the odd man now, and I feel as though OG being paid. They love Isaiah Hartenstein. Mitchell Robinson is going to get traded 100%. He's not going to be on this team next year. Also you got Precious Achiuwa, who they're still looking to make a couple moves. The offseason really hasn't even started yet. The only players being signed are players that are already with the team. Players like Pascal, who I love that signing. You traded him. He's there now. Now you have a running mate.
Do you think they got a chance at making the finals next year?
The Knicks.
You think they got a chance at not even just making the finals? You think they got a chance at winning the finals? I don't think they do. I personally think they need another star. I don't think just Jalen Brunson alone as a lone star can do it for them. They got a super deep defensive minded team. They're a really good team. I don't know. I feel like they lack that one extra star with Jalen Brunson.
And I feel as though that can be the case for most teams, but the Knicks and what we've seen a taste of this playoffs, they got a lot of production from everybody else.
I mean, you gotta remember, we got a healthy Bucks team coming back with fucking Giannis and Dame.
But the Bucks,
the Sixers,
I was never high on the Bucks.
And Embiid's hurt every year, but a healthy Sixers team is another scary team. We got a Miami Heat team coming back. Like they might not get the same chance they got this past playoffs.
I like them. All honesty,
they didn't have Randall.
They didn't have Julius Randle. They didn't really have OG. So this is kind of a run they made with Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, Isaiah
I
Hartenstein,
think they match up
and
the best against the Celtics.
they
They're the
match they
team to beat
match
in the
really good
East,
with the
right?
Celtics,
Yeah, I think they're the best team to match
and I
up
think
against
that's
them.
why they made the trade as well. But
I
like
just I just think they're
talk
missing that star, man. I don't know if you feel the same way. I just feel like they lack one more star. Like
and
they need to make one more trade. Maybe they do have to trade Julius
listen,
Randle and just try to.
and I think I think
Nobody's really available. I mean, if they could somehow magically get, they can't get Paul George.
they
If they
have
could somehow do it, then that'd be a really good
they
fit.
have 4 players on their team that can flirt with 20 points per game,
Yeah,
and I think that
Mikal,
I think
Brunson, Randall,
OG averages 19 or 18 point.
OG.
They
Yeah,
have
that's true.
flirt with 20. I'm not saying they're all going to average
Yeah,
20, but these are 4 players who are all capable scorers. You know, you have Isaiah Hartenstein who knows his role,
he's a
understands his
jungle
role.
dog.
It's get rebounds. Same thing with Dante DiVincenzo is a player who understands his role. Josh Hart understands his role. We're still talking. I think Miles McBride understands these. They have pieces. And I feel as though with many other teams, you need that star because the depth isn't there, but they overpay for these players, so they have depth. Like they have 6 starting caliber players on their team. And you also have Precious Achua who's coming off the bench. Like they have a really, and I think that's why they have a really good team. When you look at teams like the Bucks, they don't have a good team, and I look they're very top heavy.
Yeah.
Brook Lopez his play recently, back injuries, he hasn't been as good.
And we've seen
Chris
that two
Middleton,
top heavy teams, they haven't been working recently.
top heavy teams have not
Top
been
heavy teams
good.
have not been
The
working. We need
Bucks,
a nice deep old team like
yes,
old machine
the
team.
Bucks have been one of the worst defenses in the league, especially when they didn't have Giannis. So the best perimeter defender on the Bucks last season was Malik Beasley. That's disgusting.
Been fried.
That's disgusting. And then you know what you're getting from Giannis. You know what you're getting from Dame. Chris Middleton was injured, and past couple years he's had an injury history. So along with Brook Lopez, there's no young role players on the Bucks that gives me any kind of hope that they can give them consistent production through a playoff run. So you're basically relying on the will of Giannis, who is a top 3 player in the league, the will of Damian Lillard, who is one of the best point guards in our era. And yes, that is a really good top, but last year we didn't know Brook was so incredibly inconsistent. Last year, Chris Middleton, we barely saw him. We did see a good flash in that first round, but they got bumped anyways. So these teams give me question marks. The Sixers really good. I love the duo of Joel Embiid. I love Tyrese Maxey. They're losing Tobias Harris this year.
They should throw parade for that.
They should, but that's a 15 point per game score that you don't have next year.
If they can upgrade
Um,
Tobias Harris, then that'll put them in an even better. They can I've seen a report where Paul George doesn't want to go to Philly. Apparently,
did you see? I sent you yesterday. The Warriors are preparing to offer him a full contract and a sign and trade, a full max in a sign and trade.
let's hold off on Paul George now. Let's go back to the Knicks because I kind of did want to say one more thing. Yo, with all this money they just gave OG, with all the picks they just gave from Mikal, if they don't make at least 2 conference finals, I feel like it's like a bad. Like this would be like a really bad.
But I also think, all right,
I feel like they need at least like if they don't make the finals, they need at least 2 conference finals appearances. This is like a bust. Like this
I
whole
feel,
trade and money, like this is all for nothing.
but I don't know if I see it because it gives them a chance. You feel me?
It gives them a chance.
It gives them a chance,
I don't think
and
that's enough, bro. They spent a lot of money. Yo, OG got how much?
OG got a lot.
Yo,
212.
how many picks did they give from Macau? 5.
5.
Yeah, they need either a finals appearance, finals. Well, of course they want to.
Everyone,
at least 2 conference finals appearances. Because if not, this whole thing was a bust.
Do you think?
Like,
All right, go asking a question. Do you think the Anthony Davis trade? How in hindsight, how do you grade that? Lakers only had 2. They had 2 conference appearances. They won the big one the first year. But it's been pretty. That's all you got to say, right? So if for a team, all right. So I asked that because for a team like the Knicks, who they didn't have the caliber of players. When the Lakers won the championship, I've checked it. You can go back and check on any website you want. Anthony Davis and LeBron James were at the lowest, the 4th best player in the league. So they had LeBron 2, Anthony Davis 3. Some had Anthony Davis as the best player in the league. The Knicks don't have that, but the Knicks are a really good team, and this gives them a chance. But the thing, and also we've been spoiled with the Cavaliers, Warriors, where we're seeing you put a good team together, you make the finals. The NBA is a little more even now. We haven't had a repeat champion since 2017, 2018. So it's kind of like one year a team can make a run. Next year, the Dallas Mavericks, possibly, depending on the matchup, won't even make it past the second round. And we all know they're a finals caliber team. We've seen one injury had the Lakers get eliminated by the Suns, but we knew they were a really good team. The OKC Thunder, they can make a run. The Timberwolves, they can make a run. There's so many teams possible of making a run in the league where it's like I don't know what the Knicks would have to do for me to say it's a failure, and I don't even want to think because this is a good team. This is a fun team. But man, that trade was that was the Knicks are really good next year. Like, I think the East is going to be fun. The playoff run is going to be fun. Man.
I mean, if I had to make a prediction, as of right now, I got the Knicks going to the conference finals against the Celtics. As of right now,
you think those are the two best teams?
I think as of right now, with the question marks the Bucks have, with the question of 76ers health and free agency or whatever, I definitely think.
And the Heat,
the Heat,
there's so many.
Heat, but if I had to put my money on it, I think the Knicks are.
There's so many rumors about Jimmy Butler being traded because he wants an extension because the Heat don't want to give him an extension.
Well, apparently he declined, right? Well, not declined, but
they're always going to decline.
He declined the player option. So after this, he should trade, right? The plan is for him to re-sign. I'm assuming, right? I guess he has to.
They don't. That's the thing.
They're trying to make him like.
They want to extend him. He wants an extension.
He hasn't been healthy.
He hasn't been healthy. He wants max money.
Yeah.
And I feel as though like a team that's already been capped and they haven't been able to do much with their roster because of this contracts, is it worth it?
Maybe we'll see a crazy Jimmy Butler year this year. He has no choice but to show out, man. He wants that money.
I don't know.
But I feel like even he'll get that money somewhere, regardless.
He'll be 34, and I feel like, or 33, and I feel like that's so hard to give him that money.
So if we have another down Jimmy Butler season where he's hurt, you don't see him getting.
He's getting money, not max. I can't see a team justifying giving him a max. Unless they're making a run this year and they're cool with just having an injured Jimmy for the next couple of years. But yes, it's Clippers. The Clippers this year could be completely dismantled.
As long as they got Michael Kawhi, they making it somewhere.
How long? How long they gonna have him?
I don't know. I'm
How long they gonna have him?
And he want to be in LA. He want to make his money. As soon as Paul George leaves the Clippers, man, they cut. There's rumors that I'm trying to get DeMar DeRozan. That team's gonna be terrible.
That's
DeMar and Kawhi shooting 100 middies a game. If Kawhi's healthy,
like that right there, I call a bust. What you're saying that what the Knicks have a possibility of doing, not making that team.
Well, this team definitely is
that a bust. Team. Because what makes it even worse?
To a new arena this year.
Right? What makes it even worse? You had to move into a new arena.
I know they want to flip. Oh fuck! It's something. Let me see.
Good. All right. Well, I'll turn this back on. We back on. We lit. All right. So
we're talking about the Clippers, right? All right.
What makes it even worse about that is the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander trade.
Oh my god.
That's what rubs all the.
Oh my goodness, bro. SGA and Kawhi on the same team would have been. Granted, Kawhi doesn't be healthy, but. Oh my god! Like just having Shai in general, that
would have been
Clippers Nation would have just been nice.
Nice.
Yeah, they sold that one.
Granted, you get Kawhi if you get PG. It was a package deal.
But it's a chance PG can return now, and they just run it back again. But even if they still have Harden,
even if they return, like, can they compete with the new young teams? Can they compete with Minnesota Timberwolves, who could only going to get better? Can they compete with a OKC, who's only going to get better? I heard the
Clippers are statistically the oldest team in the league as well.
They're old. Can they? If the Suns reshape their roster and put up decent role players together, are they going to be able to?
The Suns are another team with too many question marks. You hear the rumors about the Rockets and this KD saga thing. I don't know.
The Rockets, who had a decent front, did you see the move the Rockets made? They gave Brooklyn back their pick and they exchanged picks. So now
aren't they trying to regain like all the picks?
They're trying to basically undo the trade, the picks of the James Harden trade, I believe. But what they're doing with that is they're trying to trade for a superstar. So a lot of people are rumoring Jimmy Butler to the Rockets. And granted, this is going to speed up the process. So you're going to have Alperen Sengun, you're going to have Fred VanVleet, you're going to have Barry Smith, you're going to have did I say Alperen Sengun already? You have your Deshaun Tate. You have all your role players there, but what you're losing out on is you lose Avery Shepard, who they just drafted. You're losing out on Jalen Green, but you got to get the Heat to want Jalen Green, and we don't know if they want him. But and there's so much shakeup in the league. It's going to be so good next year. The Lakers. I want to talk about the Lakers. Obviously, I want to talk about the Lakers.
Lakers in 4, man. Hey, look, if KD want to leave, man, he could always come to LA, man. We'll take him with open arms. I know we just talked about this top heavy thing not working. Man, give us KD. I want to see Bron and KD hoop together one time.
The Lakers,
Maybe.
the
Yeah, we're
Lake,
gonna have like a bench full of G League players.
there is no better coach in the league that Dalton Connect could have had in his rookie season other than JJ Redick. What we've seen from Dalton Connect, as I was trying to put you on him last episode, I told you from Tennessee. I said if he played with Luka, he could average 20 points per game, right? He's playing with Bron now. He's playing with Bron. Obviously, he's not going to average 20. But I'm saying he's going to have a very productive season. And who's his coach? A player who like made a career off playing the way Dalton Connect played, but only Dalton Connect is faster, more athletic, and taller.
Mm-hmm.
But JJ Redick, in his season, when he was with the Sixers, he averaged 18 points per game. And plus, in one of his, 30, he was 33, 34 when he was with the Sixers, averaging 18. And how was he able to do that? It's not like he just jumped higher magically. It's not, he understood the offense. He understood how to get open. He understood how to run around the screen and get on off the pick and pop, pick and roll. He understood. And Dalton Connect already coming in. He's not 19. He's 23 years old. He's an older prospect. He averaged 21 points per game at Tennessee last year. So what I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you right now, Dalton Connect is not just going to be a regular rookie. Expect like a Jaime Jaquez type influence, type help that he's going to give the Lakers because next year is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
But, talking about JJ Redick.
Don't forget, he is a rookie. He still have to figure it out first. But playing for LA and playing for LeBron, he's going to have to figure it out.
I think it's a perfect storm. Everyone is saying the Lakers got the steal of the. He was mocked as high as number 8 to the Spurs. And we got him at 17.
What do you think about that Spurs trade where they traded like their number 8 pick? They had 2 top 10 picks and they traded it for like.
To me, that was confusing because if you're in a rebuild
and they gave up Rob, right? That ended up being Rob going to Minnesota.
Rob Dillingham going, and again a 2031 first round pick. To me, in a rebuild, you want to accumulate as much talent as you can right now. Yeah. Dalton Connect was rumored to go 8. Dalton Connect on the Spurs would have been beautiful because what the Spurs lacked last year was a catch and shoot shooter that can give Wemby more space to work. So now you're missing that. You got who did they got? Stephon Castle from UConn, from the national champs, who was beautiful. Like he's an amazing player. But that's just a piece. It's not like that was the missing. It's not like I would have been so much comfortable leaving that draft with Stephon Castle and Dalton Connect. 2 players that can shoot. Stephon Castle, who is a great defender.
But
Dalton Connect, who can play a small ball 4 next to Wemby and shoot the cover off the ball and give Wemby all the space he needs to work.
And maybe their plan was right. Nobody really intrigued them in the draft. So they're getting future draft picks to maybe trade for a star in the future to pair up with Wemby. This is going to happen soon. Like the Spurs aren't going to be rebuilding for long. They have Wembanyama. So soon they're going to be trying to compete. And I can see them, maybe accumulating.
That's why I think Dalton Connect was he's not like a regular one and done. He did 4 or 5 years at 10 in college. Like he is experienced. He would have came in. Like we would have seen Jalen Brunson with the Mavericks kind of influence, like these 4-year please, the Malcolm Brogdons, the Josh Harts that aren't coming in as like one and done freshmen. They're experienced. You can see that they come in as better role players.
I feel it, but like I said, they have Wembanyama. Maybe they're just grabbing as many draft picks as possible, even if it's future ones in 2031. They're just going to use that to trade for a star to pair up with Wemby.
Listen,
I mean, everybody knows this draft isn't the strongest class at all. Like this is people are memeing it to be like a role player draft. Like it's not nothing too crazy. So I mean, it definitely did look weird. They had 2 top 10 picks. Like they could have 2 top 10 draft picks to rebuild with. They're a young team, but I can see why they did it. I mean, they're trying to trade up. I mean, they're trying to
even a Cody Williams
trade for a star in the future for like Wemby to pair up with Wemby because Wemby's really good. Like
you talking about. All right, remember to clip this. The Wembanyama that's in the gym with Jamal Crawford as we speak. The Wembanyama who next year is going to be doing a double behind the. Can you imagine trying to guard somebody that's 7'4" and spend a whole summer, not with Hakeem Olajuwon, not trying to work on footwork and back you down, but facing you up, double behind the back, tween, like Wembanyama is something we have never seen anything like Victor Wembanyama. When I seen he was in the gym with Jamal Crawford, that blew my mind, bro.
Nah. No, he must have a good team around him because they know what he should like.
He should work on.
Yeah, because how do I explain this? Like all that big man stuff. I feel like
he turned the mic off again. But let's keep talking about Victor Wembanyama.
But I'm saying like we already know what he can do in the paint. He's 7'5", man. He's gonna be in
the
paint.
It's gonna be easy. He's gonna dunk it.
But at 7, if he can learn how to dribble, like fucking, I mean, obviously he's not gonna dribble like Jamal, but
is it green? Yeah, it's green. You good?
He's not gonna dribble like Jamal, but like if he can get some decently tight handles at that height, with the way he can already shoot, the way he could already, he's big as hell. As soon as he drives to the pool, what the hell? What are you gonna do?
Nothing.
It's gonna be crazy. Yo, Wembanyama is a literal creative player. Like that shit crazy, man. Working out with Jamal Crawford is crazy.
Working out with Jamal Crawford, like I said, it's insane.
Like you would have never thought a 7'5" big man would be working out with Jamal Crawford, and he was doing dribbling drills, right?
He was doing he's doing.
No, he's about to be crazy.
The one thing everyone said is last year was that Victor Wembanyama likes to dribble, but he can't really dribble. Trust and believe this year he is going to have a tighter handle. Not saying he's just gonna ISO you every time down the court, but he understanding that this is something that he does, is something that plays to his strengths. Even if he doesn't become elite, he gets a little bit better at it. You can't just walk up and pick the ball from Victor Wembanyama now.
Yeah,
because he's gonna have better control of that ball.
I'm saying him and his team are aware that his
weakest scary, bro.
His weakest, thing is dribbling. So of course, all summer he's gonna be dribbling with Jamal Crawford, man, and he's gonna be a freaking
he's gonna be a freak of nature. Yes, he's like
a fucking monster, bro.
Wembanyama has quickly become one of my favorite players in the league, dog. And
but yeah, with that draft pick, they're definitely gonna trade her in the future for a star, like undoubtedly. Like in the next 3 years, the Spurs are gonna be trying to compete for a championship. 100%. Like Wemby's that good.
They're
that good.
They're gonna get a trade. I wholeheartedly wanted them to package something together for Trae Young or DeJounte Murray. They didn't do it. Fine.
Fine. I mean,
Trae
Young with him would be kind of
Trae Young with Victor Wembanyama would have been. They would have been a playoff team this year. That would have been crazy.
The West are you wilding?
They would have been a playoff team this year. Trae Young with Victor Wembanyama. AFC this year. I'll search over now. Keep talking. Why you think they won't be a while ago?
All right, because I'm not gonna name the top. We got the Nuggets. We got the Mavericks coming back. We got Minnesota. We got OKC. Mm-hmm. Who we missing? We missing the Suns with KD, so they're gonna be something.
But why don't you think LA. They can do it?
Yo, because the West is deep, man.
The West is deep.
The West is crazy.
All right, so
we still got the Warriors. They're trying to cook up. Who else we got over there? The Pelicans with
Zion.
So
the standings this year. Why don't you think? All right. We got Thunder 1, Nuggets 2, Timberwolves 3, Clippers 4, who I believe are going to take a big step back.
Okay,
Mavericks 5, Suns 6, who are also a big question mark, and they're rumored to trade Kevin Durant.
If they have KD,
Lakers 7, 8 Pelicans, who also can take a step back. They're looking to trade BI. You got Kings 9, who I believe are a really good team. Warriors 10, who, like I said,
they're trying to win, man. They're trying to
win, but they don't have any moves. There's no.
Let the offseason come in. They're going to cook up. The Warriors are going to cook up.
They will contend for a plane. All right.
I can respect the Spurs could contend for a plane if they had Trae Young, but making their playoffs is kind of crazy.
Trae Young is almost a top 10 offense.
The West is a dogfight, man.
The West is a dogfight.
Wemby's
a dog.
No, for sure. I mean, that duo is scary as hell, but the West is too good. Like I can't confidently say if they had Trae Young, they'd make the playoffs. I don't know.
I'm extremely bullish.
We had the fucking Warriors in the play.
I'm so bullish on Victor Wembanyama. Like watching him on League Pass after that All-Star break. Like you have to watch full NBA games of Victor Wembanyama after the All-Star break. That is the player. That is the floor. What we're going to see next year, not the ceiling. That's the floor. He figured it out, and I don't know.
I got to make sure I pick him in fantasy. I'm
picking him in fantasy this year, bro. Picking him in fantasy. Don't matter.
We used to troll last year off that somebody gonna pick him top 10. Yo, he's really a top 5.
He's a top 5, and
I think he ended up that way. Yeah,
he ended up on my team. I'm pretty sure, and then I traded him away.
Averaging 50.
That's all good. Yeah, anyways, I did want to ask you this one question: who is the best player that you have ever witnessed in one season, like a single season you have ever seen from one player?
Man, we kind of talked about this, man. It's hard, man. I kind of want to say James Harden. He's like the easy answer.
The 2018 James Harden?
Bro, he was crazy. Like, even when I missed the game, like, I kind of look at highlights or, look at the box score. Yo, Harden's stat line used to be crazy. He wasn't always the most efficient dude, but, like, when they ask you to do so much, do we really expect him to do all that? Plus shoot, 50% from the field, you know what I mean?
Over a span, a tweet went viral. Over a span of 7 games in that 2018 season, 7 games, not just 1, 2, 3. 7 games. He had a span averaging 50 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists.
Like, bro.
That is crazy.
And that was prime no defense Harden. He was just cooking niggas on offense, like doing everything. Was that the same year that he took Golden State to 7? No.
Was that the Chris? No, I think the Chris Paul. Chris Paul's next year. Chris Paul's next year. But
all right, regardless, man, Harden was crazy. I want to talk about Curry's MVP year where he won unanimous MVP. You got to talk about that. And then literally, you brought this up the other day. Yo, every LeBron year, every single LeBron year you can bring up as to the greatest season of all time.
I'm gonna make sure I clip this
Yeah.
right here. The best season I've ever witnessed. He said 2018 James Harden.
That's I threw it out there.
No.
I can't
That's a good
decide,
answer.
man.
That's a good answer. The best season I ever witnessed was from a player that same season. It was LeBron James.
2018 LeBron was a
2018 LeBron was the year after they traded Kyrie. Their roster, they came in. It was Isaiah Thomas. It was what? It was D Wade. It was the Derrick Rose. A whole bunch of players outside of their prime. Nope. And then just Kevin Love. What LeBron James was able to do with that team, they traded their entire roster at the trade deadline because it was that bad. Because they played that poorly. And they still made. Can you imagine trading your entire roster in one trade deadline and making the NBA Finals? Granted, the Warriors, they beat them. This is Kevin Durant Warriors, one of the greatest teams you've ever seen assembled.
He wasn't going to beat the Warriors.
He wasn't going to beat the Warriors.
But the fact
do you know what he averaged in that series? He averaged 36 points. I think 13 rebounds and 9 assists.
No, that's crazy.
You could not stop LeBron. The year that Steph Curry won Finals MVP, or where Iguodala won Finals MVP, he won it because he held LeBron to a 30-point triple-double. That was classified as slowing LeBron down.
Iguodala shouldn't have won that Finals.
He shouldn't have won
Realistically,
it. But that's Curry, how good if you held LeBron James to a semi-good game, you were seen as a stopper. But there was the time period until I would say the second season with the Lakers, LeBron James was unstoppable. And like seeing him at 40 still being able to be one of the top 20 players in the NBA.
He was still pretty old that season.
That's ridiculous.
He was like 33 that year.
And people were speculating
he was most players that's like towards the end of their prime.
The end of their career.
LeBron was fucking yo, oh my god, yeah.
LeBron,
I guess you can say if you separate playoffs and regular season, I think Harden definitely had the regular season, right?
Yeah.
Also, LeBron's combination with the playoffs is like, yo, that season was crazy.
You know that LeBron season was crazy? The 2013 Miami Heat LeBron season, where Marc Gasol won Defensive Player of the Year for the simple fact that voters did not want to put LeBron James on the same echelon as Michael Jordan in having a Defensive Player of the Year. I'm sticking that to this day. Marc Gasol won Defensive Player of the Year and didn't make the defensive first team. How? LeBron won MVP that year. They did not want him, and he won Finals MVP that year, I'm pretty sure. I think he won Finals MVP that year. The Spurs won the next year. He won Finals MVP. He won MVP. They did not want to. If he won a Defensive Player of the Year, that would have been the greatest NBA season of all time. And they did not. The voters did not want that to happen. And that's why I feel bad for LeBron, because LeBron had to go through so much spite in his career because everything he did, they compared to Michael Jordan instead of just letting him be him. Granted.
Yeah, no.
Like, that was...
Don't worry, yo. We know Bron better than MJ here. We ain't talking about the 90s, bro. Bron is better than MJ. He's not my GOAT, though. You know, Kobe the GOAT, but Bron number two, easy.
Look, all right. So this is a conspiracy theory they got about Michael Jordan's Defensive Player of the Year season.
Oh, my God, bro. I don't even want to hear about Michael.
This is the conspiracy theory they got. And I got this from listening to my favorite podcast.
The media, they love Michael Jordan,
all right,
bro.
So,
they make him look...
this is the theory that King of the Fourth Quarter shared. He said someone said that his home stats compared to his away stats were ridiculous, and that they watched a span. I think it was a span of 7 games, and they counted 12. The person that rewatched the games, they counted 12 steals. On the box score, they had Michael Jordan for 30 steals and blocks combined. There was a game where Michael Jordan on the box score had 5 steals. The other team had 3 turnovers.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
It doesn't. And that's a conspiracy. The conspiracy theory is that LeBron James. Do you remember when Jaren Jackson won the Defensive Player of the Year, and they said his home stats were way better than his away stats, and that the home stat the people doing the stats on the home team were padding his stats, giving him blocks that wasn't his and all that.
I didn't hear about that at all.
They did. They're saying they did the same thing with Michael Jordan, but.
We ain't gonna get into no conspiracy. Regardless,
I'm bringing conspiracy theories.
Give him that or not. LeBron is better than MJ. He clears, so it don't really matter what they did to buff up Michael Jordan's defensive stats. LeBron clears, and it's simple. Like LeBron is better than Michael Jordan. It's not really I don't even know why we still debate this anymore. Like, I don't know what more LeBron has to do to like prove he's better than Michael Jordan, but he's better than Michael Jordan. Like, I don't know what we debated. Why we debated anymore, man. Like, what does LeBron have to do, bro? What does he have to do, man? What does Michael Jordan do better than LeBron, bro? Score. He might score a little bit more, but is he really a better scorer? Who's the leading point scorer, bro?
Like longevity has.
I mean, look, all right, yeah, for sure.
To add to LeBron, like longevity, being able to do it for this long should only add to his legacy.
But they use it as a
crutch.
negative.
It
makes
took
no
him this
sense.
long. No, he was able to do it for this long. You feel me? It got to a point where people said LeBron James didn't take the regular season serious.
Having a prime of 20 years is fucking crazy.
It is. It's ridiculous.
How is that a negative?
It's ridiculous.
So Michael Jordan had a prime of what? How many years?
He
played 12?
12 or 16.
Whatever. Bro, come on. I mean, I guess with the little amount of seasons he did play, all his accomplishments and accolades, it's impressive. I'm not going to deny the fact that Michael Jordan is one of the greats. He's top 3. He's just not better than LeBron James. He's just
Michael Jordan is one of the best players ever.
I ain't get to watch him personally growing up, of course. I'm a little too young for that, but yeah, man, come on now. Look at LeBron and broke every single record there is known to basketball. Like, what more does he have to do? They used to downplay LeBron's greatness by saying, "Oh, he made it to the finals, but he kept losing." Yeah, he made it to the finals how many times in a row, bro?
He owned the entire conference. It was to a point where the Raptors had one of the best starts to see. Like, we have seen, like, they were looking so good. DeMar DeRozan averaging 27. He was in MVP talks. And even before they got to the playoffs, everyone said it didn't matter. They called it LeBronto because they understood no matter the Raptors being as good as they were, LeBron was going to eliminate them.
Remember the Hawks season too, where they won like 60 games?
They won, and what? Their whole start lineup made the All-Star game because they were that good of a team?
Just to get packed up by LeBron. And to be fair, it was definitely a weak-ass conference when LeBron was running it. Like, it was definitely a little bit weaker. Like, the West was definitely a lot tougher. It was weaker. That doesn't take away from his greatness. You know what I mean? He still made it to the finals every single season. Like, he had to play what was in front of him, right?
And if you look at some of the rosters he made the finals with, it's a miracle that he made it to the finals at all. Exactly. So, to bring up his losses when he played 2 finals with basically no help, or 3 finals, his first one with the Cavs, first one with the Cavs, his next 2 with the Cavs in the Kyrie team, like, it's so, and for him facing the greatest team ever assembled, these are things LeBron had to do.
Enough LeBron glaze. We done glazing LeBron. Talk, bro. That ain't even my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like, he on our team, so you got to glaze him a little bit. But
I could respect great. A lot of people can't do that. I respect how good Michael Jordan is, but I could still say LeBron James is better.
He is better.
All right. That being said, done with the basketball talk for now. Next episode, we should have the second round of the draft. Bronny probably be on the Lakers. We're gonna have the first.
To the Lakers.
We got.
Think he coming to the Lakers for real?
Yes. 100%. Yes.
So if he goes to like Golden State, you think LeBron will go to Golden State?
No. LeBron James technically a free agent, but everyone knows he's going back to the Lakers.
Yeah. I think it'd be funny as hell. Like, imagine
he didn't work out for any other team. He said he only wants a guaranteed deal. No other team is willing to do that. The only other way it happens is if the Phoenix Suns trade into the second round. They don't have a pick. They have to trade into the second round.
You seen him on the media where they asked him about all that stuff, and he's kind of like, yo, I can't believe he actually he answered it well. You know what I mean?
Like, he just wants to get drafted.
Put him on the spot. He's like, they're gonna draft me for his skills. They're not gonna draft me so his dad can complete. Like, it's crazy what they're doing.
I feel bad.
Yeah, because it's like he's a basketball. Like, he's LeBron's son. Yeah, we get it. He's Bronny James. Like, whatever. But he's his own basketball player. You know what? He wants to make it for his own skills, not for his last name. So it kind of sucks how the media is kind of pushing this narrative of, oh, draft Bronny so then you can have LeBron James. Like, no, Bronny's his own player. He's a good player. He can shoot. He can dribble. He's athletic as all hell. Like, I feel like I seen the workout clips of him, LeBron, and Bryce. Yo, Bronny's getting up there like it's nothing. Like, he's 6'2", but he's getting up above the rim like it's nothing. Like, he'll be all right.
I don't even think people remember he was playing so good in the summer before going to USC that people had him as high as number 14 in the draft.
Yeah,
because that's how good he played with Team USA's U18 team.
His only negative is his size, but it's a lot of small people in the league.
It's a lot. No one is expecting him to come into the league and be Drew Holiday.
And even if he does come into the league, he doesn't get much PT. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he has to go down to the G League. Whatever it is, man.
It's his journey.
It's his own journey. It's LeBron James' son, but he is Bronny. He's Bronny James. It's his own basketball journey, man. They gotta leave him alone, man. How old is he? What, like 19, younger than us, bro. Like, ain't got to deal with all that bullshit. Nah, yeah, they gotta leave him alone, bro.
It is what it is. But I did have a non-basketball related question. I got a couple non-basketball related questions. I feel like we kind of covered what we needed to cover. Um, how badly do you want this podcast to succeed? If you could try to explain it, how bad? Like what? Where do you want to take this podcast?
Man, you asking me, man? You put me on the spot.
You want
Man,
to?
look,
Where do you want to take this podcast?
Look, I mean, I know we're talking a lot about basketball. I'm gonna get into this first. I want this podcast to be about more than just basketball. I think we can have some really good conversations about different things. We have a lot of interests, similar interests, or maybe even different interests, where we can kind of jump into and kind of just talk about. Of course, we want to see what y'all want to see. Cut this out, man. I'm stuttering. We wanna post what y'all wanna see, of course. If y'all don't want to see certain things we talk about, then we're not gonna do it. We just gotta see how the numbers work. But when it comes to like how big I want this to go, I definitely want it to work. I want us to be, I don't know, I want us to have special guests. I want us to get a decent chunk of subscribers. I want it to work. I want to be in a better studio making videos.
We in the basement right now.
We in my basement right now. So with a little banner up, it's something light, but
humble beginnings though.
I don't know, man. I'm on the spot. I'm sorry if I can't speak right now, but
now you good.
All I'm saying is I want it to work. I want it to work, but we got to put the work in, especially me.
Put the work in.
Bro, look, man, he trying. I promise y'all, he not the one slacking. He calling me every day to make a video. It's me. I got to tighten up, you know what I mean? But it's hard. We had a weird point in life where he just graduated college. I'm just trying to figure stuff out, really. I'm working. And that's what it is. We're doing this on the side. We're hoping it goes somewhere. Like I said, we don't want to just talk more just basketball. I want to talk about more things just to kind of bring in more different kind of people, different viewers. But yeah, that's about it. L speech, but I want it to work, and I want it to work. To answer the question, I want it to work.
But for me, that's what I wanted to ask. I want them to understand where we at on this. Like we understand, like there's so many podcasts out right now.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many, and then for us to stick out, it's gonna be hard. You know what I mean? Like we just. And I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot to think about. Like we even have NBA players on podcasts. Like we kind of think to ourselves, like, damn, if actual NBA players are making podcasts talking about basketball, why the fuck are they gonna come watch our podcast, right?
And I think
we ain't even fucking play basketball.
We just two boys that known each other for like 20 years now.
That's almost about it, man.
But like I basically on the same thing. Like I want this to succeed so badly, bro. Like ever since I was little, like I didn't watch a lot of cartoons. I'm not very well educated on comics, none of that. I watched ESPN. I watched MLB Network. Like I grew up watching sports media. So ever since I was little, it's something I wanted to be into. Like it's something I wanted to do. I wanted to do videos. It took me a while to get comfortable behind the camera, but as you see, like it's gonna eventually. Yeah. Carter's gonna get to a point where he's so comfortable behind us.
Yeah, I'm definitely not comfortable right now.
But that's what we gonna do, and that's what we try to cook up.
Get better over time.
That's what we love sports, obviously. You feel me? Most boys group chats, y'all talking about sports, y'all talking about the NBA, y'all sending each other the IG clips, reels, videos. We do too, but we wanted to take that into some action. Like we wanted to make videos. We talk so much. Like trust me, as you're gonna tell as you keep watching, I yap a lot, bro. I send 4, 5, 6 texts in a row talking about some NBA, talking about sports, and I love baseball. I love football. Like I just love sports. But we gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff. Even though like our Naruto clip popped on YouTube, what clip we talk about? The Call of Duty. Like there's so many things we want to cover. Obviously.
Even stuff going around the world we could even talk about. But I mean that's.
I don't like the celebrity. The guy. I don't like. Oh,
well, not celebrity.
I don't like that. That's one thing we're not going to. If you expect that, I'm not. I don't gossip.
Yeah, I'm talking deeper. I'm talking about like this. Like I ain't gonna get into it right now. We'll talk about that off camera. I don't know what you want to talk about for real, but it's a lot of things you can talk about.
But I was going to ask you this question, but we can't speed past that. I feel like we're both in a state right now, me and Ricardo, where we're slacking in the gym. I felt as though I was doing good. I haven't been to the gym all week, and then last week we went to cookout. I didn't go to the gym Friday, so I'm missing my past like 4 leg days, bro.
Yeah, I ain't going in like a month, man. Fusion just took a cool 50 bones from me for free. They ain't see me one day this month, and they just stole my 50 bones. But yeah, I'm gonna have to lock in. But I got some vacations planned up, so I've been working a lot. That's kind of my excuse.
That's your excuse.
I definitely just been slacking. I've been lazy. I've been out, man. It's summertime. You know what I mean? I'm enjoying the summer right now, but I'm gonna definitely lock in. I plan on doing it today, but we recording. Gotta record. We gotta get it live. So
this video is probably almost an hour. I hope you know that. No,
we
40 minutes. 40 minutes.
We gotta cut it.
We
gotta figure it out, man.
We gotta nothing.
We gotta figure out how to cut it, man.
That's what, bro. They like to hear that though. They, bro. For me, just listening. Like you sitting at the crib. You only got paid. Like this is something you can have in the background on. We gonna have it on YouTube. Eventually, we're gonna be on the podcast app. Not yet, though. I still gotta figure all that out. But like, yeah, that's kind of where we at, man. Like you're not gonna see. We don't have a set schedule yet. We don't have the best studio. We're not the super analytical experts. We just like talking about sports. We're gonna talk about some different.
We don't want to wear. We ain't about to wear masks. We're not about to be who we're not. We're gonna be ourselves.
We're gonna be us.
We're gonna talk about basketball how we talk. We're not gonna try to put our A game on and sound like Stephen A. Smith up here. Like, nah, we're just gonna talk about hoops and whatever else we want to talk about.
Talk about hoops, whatever.
I also even want to get more into like IRL stuff, maybe.
Oh yeah,
maybe some
you know what I want us to do, and I'm gonna clip.
It's just hard. I mean, if whoever watching this, if y'all want to give us some tips, please feel free. Like, we want to do the podcast, but we also want to play IRL basketball. We want to play some video games. You want to do maybe little mini videos where we're maybe doing trivias or some little stuff like, I don't know, man. It's just a lot to do.
All right,
but it's like, all the YouTubers make like 40 different channels, right? I don't want to do that. I kind of want to leave it on the one channel, but I don't know if that'll work. You know what I mean? That's something we gotta talk about.
I am making a new channel, by the way. All right, so
shit, I ain't even know.
No. I'm gonna tell you about it. No. It has nothing to do with my face. I want to make a faceless YouTube channel. Like I said, I watch a lot of sports, and sometimes that kind of talk isn't fit for a podcast where I'm getting into the numbers, the analytics. So I did want to talk about like baseball, basketball, like deep into the numbers. Kind of do like if you ever seen like a Jimmy High Roller, or you've seen sometimes even like a who does videos where the face not in, but the channels that talk about the sports but don't got their face in it.
Funky Diabetic, man.
Funky Diabetic for baseball. You got like some of the baseball doesn't exist, the Jolly Olives, and that's kind of, I want to dig into the numbers, but an idea I have, and I'm gonna clip this. Yo, for the people watching, let me know if this sounds good. All right. I want to try Rick and Rib tries pickleball. Rick and Rib try. Like, I want to try different kind of sports and different kind of things, and just see things that neither one of us have tried. Right? Rick and Rib go to the driving range. Rick and Rib go to Top Golf. Like stuff like that. That, I mean, we love sports, but there's so many kind of sports that we haven't even tried.
When Brian was talking about how he fell in love with sports when he was little, his was a little bit more extreme. Like, he really did love. So he watched everything: football, baseball. But he was into all that. I was more of I just want to play sports, and I watch a lot of basketball. That's really much, I dabble in football and baseball, but I love to play sports. You know what I mean? Like, I played a lot more baseball. Like, I played baseball all my life. I barely watched that shit. This was a dude watching all that, doing all. He was playing it as well, but we kind of like opposites in that case. Like, he was he was all here, like he was learning. I was just playing, watching basketball, keeping up with basketball. That was really it for me. But for sure, that IRL doing all this other stuff is fire.
We could do that.
For sure. I mean, we could also do like little challenges here, man. Yo, you ever watch Good Mythical Morning? Never watched Good Mythical Morning. Rant and Link?
Nope.
Never.
Nope.
Yo, so they do this little thing where every morning, of course, it's called Good Mythical Morning. They'll post, and they do like little mini games, like trying 5 different burgers. Well, the same burger from 5 different fast foods, and we try to match it with the fast food. Yeah. And at the end, we have somebody in the background kind of telling us who was right. And they do like little punishments at the end. It's a lot. We'll talk about it off camera again, but stuff like that, I feel like I could do all right. You know what I mean? Like them little. That sounds cool. Eating some burgers, trying to figure out what fast food is from. You fucking little bro up a little bit more than I already do.
Big back though.
Type shit.
Big back.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I already. It's really little bro. Don't expect him to do any winning with any of the challenges we do. You already seen the finals prediction. He barely talked about it for a reason. I called Celtics in 5. He ain't give me no props yet.
We gonna do a live. We gonna do a live AB. I'm gonna have him hit against me. We're gonna see how many times I can strike him out.
I've been trying to hit against Lil
Bro. So put it like this: 10 at bats, I'm gonna strike him out 5 times.
I've been trying to do this for mad long, and he's been ducking me.
I've been in college playing ball,
bro. He's been playing in college, so he's been feeling me throwing every day. Yo, I ain't playing like every day. No, I ain't playing like 2 years, and I'm calling him out. Yo, come see me on the field. Come pitch. He don't want to. He remember what I used to do to him when he was little, man. Every time he got on that mound when he was little.
Sucked when I was little.
I used to really put this,
no.
Stop it. Slap it on him,
Stop it. He would get a single and bat flip it. He's one of them. He's one of them.
This guy, bro.
And then he would hit it in the air, easy pop up. But because nobody else is on the field, he going jack like it was a trip or a double. It was some soft, weak contact. They ain't gonna know.
Don't let them fool y'all, bro.
But
I used to really carry you, bro.
We gonna see. Listen, next video is not gonna be a typical podcast. We gonna mix it in. We gonna have some fun with it. All right, we gonna have some fun. Don't worry about it. We might even do a podcast outside if we feel like it. Just don't expect this to be some feel me behind the desk, typical just basketball after show. Like we gonna try to do what we gonna do. With that being said, bro, it's the Rick and Rick podcast.
I ain't done.
What you?
I want to shout out, our loyal viewers, feel me, that comment and all that. So we really do appreciate y'all,
my boys.
because it's a lot of your friends in there. We do appreciate y'all for real. Even though there be some little dirt riders in there. I forget his name.
David, bro. If you hear this, bro, why he coming at you?
But anyways, look, we do appreciate y'all, because everybody got to start somewhere, and we appreciate y'all being in every video, even if y'all just going on there, watching a bit, liking it, leaving a comment. We really do appreciate it, because like I said, everybody starts somewhere. That's all. I kind of want to just throw that out there, like our loyal viewers for the last 3 videos. I really do appreciate y'all, man. Y'all some goats. Except David, bro. Except David, bro. Except David. Because he was the one that was like, oh damn, what'd he say?
Yeah, you gonna mess the thing up. See, look, now he gonna be on you. Wow.
But look though, what'd he say? That I jinxed the Celtics or some shit?
He said the way you talking, he don't believe in the Celtics no more.
Hey, what happened now, little bro? Why?
No, that's what I'm saying. He believed in the team that was the correct team that was gonna win. He got that right.
He keeps saying
but he didn't even know why they were gonna win.
What is he talking about?
Nobody's listening at this point. Nobody's listening. We're 50 minutes in. The show is over. It's the Rick and Rick podcast. We're going to be at it next week. We're not going another 2 weeks for the rest of this podcast without posting a video. We going to listen.
I don't know about that, y'all. I definitely be going to Puerto Rico next week.
I don't care, bro. I don't care.
You trying to do a Zoom video?
We can do Zoom. It don't matter. We're posting. It's the Rick and Rick podcast. Peace.
All right, man.